I can't.
Go out and come back in. Hello. Welcome to the Simply Together show. So,
Right.
Shelley's left me and Nikkei to our own devices, and already Nikkei's, I don't know, the internet or whether it's StreamYard or what it is, I don't know. We're having a conversation. Now we're on here, she can't hear us. So it's just me. Oh God, Shelley, you need to jump on because I don't know what's going on. It's the usual. Anyway, hello everybody. It is grey out there. It's May and it's grey. However, I spoke to somebody this morning and they said that we're getting a heat wave next week. So just buckle up, because that could be your only week's summer. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now. It's that thing. Whenever you take anybody off, that's it. I have to go back in and out again. So yeah,
be careful. When we bring Georgina on, you might go off again. But yes, so I've been told that next week is going to be a heat wave. So get your tans or whatever it is you want to do, because after the next week, that will most probably be it now until 2027.
Do not profess that. Do not profess that. We have to profess what we want, right? We want 2017,
listen,
2018.
When it's cold and wet, people complain. When it's hot, people complain. All people do is complain. So what difference does it make have?
I can listen to people complaining about the heat. Oh my God. I mean, I'm sat here with a blanket over my legs here.
Right. But you won't need that next week, because next week it's going to be heat wave. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Good stuff.
So Dia said, greetings, cold. It is cold today. I was coming home last night and it was chilly. Anyway, how are you doing, Nikkei?
Do you know what? I'm very well, thank you. I must admit, I'm a bit moody today, but I think it's the up and down in the weather just getting on my nerves now. And I'm like, pick one and stay in that lane and let me know what I'm doing if I have to vacuum all my winter stuff. Can you imagine? The first year ever, I vacuumed my stuff. Yeah, I vacuumed it all away the first time, and now I'm regretting it.
Why? Why would you do that so early in the year?
Early? This is May. I can keep out one jumper.
UK. We live in the UK. We have 4 seasons in one day, and that can be in August. Love it. People don't put the jumpers up the loft yet because we still need them.
I know.
Other than that, are you okay?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very excited because I keep forgetting there's a bank holiday next weekend, and then I remember and I'm like, yes. And of course, I'm very excited because we're going to see Yvonne Michelle, and yeah, it's all very good. We live for these moments.
Yes, we do. Lovely.
What about you?
I'm all good. I have just been birthdaying since last week. Oh, look, I think Shelley's coming to save us.
All right. Now, do you know
Shelley?
That she has to stay, right? Because once she goes off, she's going to kick me off. Oh, Lord.
Yes, I've been just doing birthday stuff all since last week. I was in Liverpool at the weekend, which is it's lovely. It rained all day. It literally rained all day. But we did Liverpool, and then I went to the Ivy for dinner.
Ooh.
It's very nice.
Is it?
Nice. Yes, it's very nice.
I've heard about that place, but I think because they're all over the place now, I think, what's the big deal?
The big deal is is that the food was lovely, the people were lovely, the building inside was just magnificent, absolutely
And where was
magnificent.
that?
In Liverpool. But they're the same. I think they're pretty much the same all over.
Yeah.
But it's one of those places that you can. It's not posh enough to be posh. So I think years ago when it first came about, it was posh. Whereas now you can go up there or go anywhere, because we've got one in St Albans, haven't we? And you can go there and you can go in your jeans and a nice top, or you can go in dressed to the nines if you want. You know, it's that kind of place. And it was, the food was lovely. It was lovely. And I got this big shoe bun with a candle in for my birthday as well.
Oh.
But unlike places like TGI's where they make this whole big noise and clap by the side of you and that totally embarrass you, the guy lights the candle, brings it over and says happy birthday and just gives it to you. I thought, yes, that's more me. I don't like that. Don't tell anybody it's anyone's birthday to embarrass you.
Yes.
That's just no.
That's the fun of birthdays. That is
no.
Yes.
TGI Fridays. Where else do they do that?
Oh,
do it in
this place where I went. The man, not only did he come out like that, he literally went and dressed up. He put on a red coat with a fez, and there was a man with a drum behind. It was brilliant.
No,
it was so funny. I didn't have time to be embarrassed because I was too busy laughing.
Yeah, so we did all that on Saturday, went and had some cocktails, and then on Sunday we went shopping. I might have got a new handbag. I might have, yes.
My dear, you either got one or you didn't. You cannot be partially pregnant.
I did get a new handbag, yes.
There you go.
Did.
Was that
yes,
painful?
I did.
Was that painful to admit that you bought a new handbag that you don't need?
Well, no, it's not painful, and I didn't have to pay for it either, so that was fine. That's what you got a brother for. You see, it's what you got a brother for.
Oh my God, you're so funny.
And then yesterday, the topic that we're going to be talking about today, yesterday, I then went to the theatre in London on my own and went and watched Jennifer Saunders with Sue Perkins, and it was absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely I can imagine. Oh my God, I just feel like laughing just hearing those two names.
Oh God, it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. But Jennifer, Dawn French was talking about her new book. So, and we arrived and the new book was on everybody's seat. Oh, it was lovely.
Oh, you got a book?
Yeah. So I'm all good. Wow. I'm all good. And I'm waiting for the heat wave of next week. So if it's as hot as this person was saying, could have a tankini on or something like that. Maybe that's what we'll do next week. No?
It's meant to be Hot Friday. It's meant to be Hot Friday.
Oh. What, from Friday to next week?
From Friday to next week, yes.
Oh, no, that means it's going to be hot on Saturday. And we're busy all day. Yeah, it's all right for you, who's rocking up with the coach. We're there from early doors, working.
What can I say? You're the director, I'm the minion. So I might as well enjoy Minion's life.
How are you doing, Shelley? What are you doing at the Irish Forum?
Well, I'm in the tea room at the minute. We've just been sorting out some, I don't know if you can see.
Oh, okay. Hamper?
There's two hampers there, ready for 10 years of tea and chats up here.
Really?
So, yes, we've done two hampers for them. That's coming up middle of June. And we were just sorting out some bits in the garden as well. So myself and Rita are doing the garden. So
lovely. Ready for the warm weather.
Ready for the warm weather. Yes. Got a few more plants that I want to get for up here. But Rita's got a few. There's a gnome and there's all sorts in there now. So yeah, yes, it's all good. It's all good.
So today we are going to be talking about solo trips. And solo trips can, it's a solo trip is anything. It's about where you go. What are you
That's
reading?
okay. I was just looking up some information to share when we start talking.
Where it's about going places on your own. It's about being intentional and going places on your own. So we have a guest on here today, which is the lovely Georgina. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good, thank you very much. How are you, ladies?
All good. We're all good. So tell us, before we talk about solo trips, tell us what you do. What do you do in your everyday life? What are you doing?
Little now. I don't really do much anymore. I'm trying not to do too much. I do enough.
Okay.
I do enough to pay my bills, basically.
Yeah.
Because I'm not one of those people that needs to have lots of stuff. And if I want to do something, I have enough to do something. But I don't believe I have to have surplus. If it's not necessary to work my ass off just to be tired all the time. I'm already tired, menopausal, tired anyway. I'm not trying to add to it. So I still do my catering. I've got a catering week actually. And when you said Friday's gonna be hot, I've got to do. Did I swear on it?
No. No swearing. No swearing. Even I'm not allowed to swear.
So I have now gonna push it to Thursday and do the catering then, because nothing worse than being hot in the kitchen. So yeah. So I do a catering still. Yeah, that's what.
And what kind of food do you cook, bake? What is it that you do?
Everything really. I mean, I do parties if people want catering, like, and it's not, I'm glad to say this, it's not just West Indian food because I is black. It's anything anybody wants. So a cold buffet could be, you want sandwiches, you want patties or pogo or jerk chicken or anything like that. I could do that. Bake cakes, cookies, brownies, you name it, I do it. Fudge, hot pepper sauce, sweet chili jam, hot pepper sauce, chili jam.
I like the chili jam.
Sweet chili jam, rum cake, silkfish fritters,
tarts,
chocolate cornflake. Is it chocolate? No, so chocolate tart.
Cornflake tart.
And you do cornflakes. See, these are the things that I get. There are other things as well that you can then get.
Yes.
Okay, hold on just 1 minute. We have hello, Robson. How are you doing? How is everything over in Ireland? Let us know how you're getting on.
Oh, I wonder if they're having a heat wave next week.
Are you having a heat wave next week, Robson? Do you know if you're having a heat wave? Because apparently we are. So you do your catering and you're not doing working like you most probably have done in the past. You are slowing down intentionally.
Absolutely intentionally, yes.
Because you're on a journey.
Oh, I am on this journey. I am. Yes. It's very important. I think it's very important for everybody to reach this point, but not everybody does, unfortunately.
Yeah. But part of that journey is all about self-care, self-love, and very much leads into what we're talking about this morning, which is solo trips.
Yeah.
So you go on solo trips.
Mm.
Where did that come from?
So last year was a really weird year for me for lots of reasons. And I had to really sit with myself and kind of look at myself and my surroundings. And I was like, nah, something's got to change. Something's got to give. I can't keep on doing this and feeling unfulfilled, I'm going to say. So January the 1st, I said to myself, right, Georgina, we're going to go on a self-discovery journey. And for anyone who doesn't know what a self-discovery journey really is, it's really about stepping back from familiarities, from things that you are used to doing all the time, because it's habit. You go to places, see people, you do all these things because you've always done it. You go to that party because, oh, that person's throwing a party, you go to that person's party. Or this event's going on, you go to the event because that's what you always do. You never stop to think, do I actually want to, what do I want to do myself? You don't want to say no to anybody because you feel like you're letting people down. My best friend right now is no. Doing that. I'm quite happy with cancelled plans. No, because I have to make sure that I'm like, okay. I've always said, yeah, oh yeah, I'll do that. Oh yeah, I'll come and that sort of stuff. And it's just draining. So this year I thought, actually, I'm going to sit, and don't get me wrong, it's not easy, because when I've spent all my life pouring into everybody else and everything else, and forgetting, I've never had an identity. Never ever have I ever known who Georgina was, and I needed to know who that person was. So my self-discovery was like, right, you know what, the first thing I'm going to do, I mean, I've taken myself out for lunch before, it wasn't really a big deal, you know, I'm quite happy to eat by myself. I like being by myself. You've got to learn to like your own company, and people find that difficult to be by themselves because you have to face yourself. People like the outside noise too much. They like to fill the noise, the silence with noise. They can't have silence because it makes them think about them. So I thought, right, I decided, what would I first like to do? And I love Brighton, because I love people, different people. I take that back. I don't love people. I really do. I do like meeting.
She does love some people, maybe not all people.
There's not room to love everybody anymore. I'm trying to, you try to give so much love, and people just they're ungrateful anyway. They don't deserve it. But no, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get myself a little pack my bag, my book, and my earpods and stuff, and I'm gonna go to Brighton, because I thought, you know what, Brighton's an easy one to go to, even though it takes ages. It's the one trip. It's just sit on the train, and it takes a while.
Yeah.
So I actually got to the train station and forgot my earpods. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm on this train for like nearly 3 hours or 2 hours, and I've got to listen to people coughing, sneezing, chatting. And I'm like, but I had a book and I was fine. But the journey was lovely. I like to watch the scenery anyway. Got down to Brighton and it was beautiful. It was so nice to be. I sat in a black-owned bookshop for an hour and a half, talking to the owners, reading books, poetry books, and just sitting there drinking herbal tea. Now, if you're with somebody else who's not really into that, they're like, oh, should we go down to what time should we go for lunch? Stop talking to me, please. I'm there. I don't want the distraction of you wanting to, should we go now or should we stay? I can't be on your time. Because if I said to somebody, oh, do you want to go to Brighton? They would say, oh, can we do it on a Wednesday? And can we do it at 12? Or can we do it the week after? I'm now going with you. And it's now I'm on your time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me, don't get me wrong, I can still go out with a couple of friends or whatever, but I'm more about me. I come first. For the first time in my life, I come first. And people say to me, oh my gosh, don't you get nervous or aren't you scared? I don't know what I'm supposed to be scared of. This is me, it's my company.
Yeah.
And again, don't get me wrong, it's not everyone's there yet, and it takes a while, it really does. And because I talk a lot, I like the fact that I couldn't, because it was just me. And I could hear myself there. I could hear everything else around me. and I just sat, and it was cold, but it was still nice. I sat near the pier and all that sort of stuff, and all that and came home when I felt like it. And when I got back, I thought, we're on a roll now, on a roll. What else could we do? What else can we do? I booked Kinky Boots. I booked The Devil Wears Prada, and I went to both of them again by myself. The Dominion Theatre, the Coliseum Theatre, dressed myself up and all that sort. I went to the cheeky champagne bar. It was lovely. Really, really. That's you. That is. That's you.
I know it's me. I know it's me. Listen, if you're coming into St Pancras, there's no reason why you don't go to the champagne bar. I just, but anyway, each to their own, each to their own.
Georgina, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, yes.
So,
yes.
for example, when you were booking, it's just that you gave me a thought. I say, for example, I was around you when you were booking the Kinky Boots, for example, and I said, "Oh, you're going to see Kinky Boots. Can I come with you?" Not necessarily me, anybody. Would you have accepted? As in, like, you were going, let's say, for example, whatever day you were going that day, it was confirmed. There's no room for changing it. But if somebody just happened to be free that time, would you have let them go with you?
No. You can see it on her face. She doesn't.
I know. I'm on my phone, so I'm kind of having to...
you're going so. I'll say this first. Oh yeah, I've got a solo trip, blah blah blah. And people hear the word solo. Maybe you don't know what solo means. Oh, I'll come with you. No, love.
No,
You're not.
no.
Arrange something wrong. Doesn't mean we can't go anywhere together. It just means that this particular thing that I'm booking is for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought I would ask that question because
And I think as well. I think people who won't get it, they'll take it and think, oh, just a bit rude. It's not rude. This is I've done enough of pleasing everybody else. What is it you want to do? And then I was invisible all my life. I've been invisible. I haven't mattered because you teach people how to treat you.
100%.
So I know that I was doing. No one made me. No one forced me. I was. Oh, it goes back from childhood anyway. I always felt like I was trying to fit in, trying to belong, trying to be something because I wanted the attention. So I'd be really loud and I'll drink loads and just to be seen. I don't want any of that anymore. Could you just not? I got invited to a party last weekend, weekend before, and invited somebody else, and I was like, "Yes, yeah, okay." And in my chest, I thought, was like, I don't really want to go to.
Yeah.
I think about the clientele and the conversation. I already think about the conversation because the conversations are always the same every time you go out, and I'm tired of it. So, and then I was going to Bristol last weekend, and I was like, do I really want to go? I'm just so into me right now, and I didn't. I gifted my ticket, which was 50 odd quid. And someone goes, "Did you just give it away?" I said, "It wasn't about the money.
No.
I knew that someone would benefit from it, and I didn't want to go."
Yeah.
I stayed in my house. My boy was away for the weekend. I sat and I ate ice cream and pizza, watched TV, did no house, no cooking. I was like, hey, this is nice, is it? It was lovely. And I just feel like for people, anybody feeling that they want to try it, start small. Just go to lunch or go for breakfast. Pick yourself up. That's small. Going on a train on your own is a big deal for some people. I really enjoy train journeys. I love it, sort of thing. And but not everybody has that. But you're not going to know if you can do it. Just as I say, well, you know what? I'm going to go for coffee. Take yourself out for coffee. You don't have to be there. If you get there and you feel, I feel a bit uncomfortable, 10 minutes or get the coffee to take away. But you've gone and your intention was there to go by yourself to get that. You know, we all go shopping by ourselves. We go in to pay our bills or whatever we've got to do. We still do things. We do things by ourselves. I think we make too much of we make it a big deal when it's not.
Make it bigger than it needs to be.
Yeah. So I think with me, and also with this solo thing of mine, what I did was I overloaded myself. I overstimulated myself because I was doing this self-discovery journey. All the pouring that I was giving to everybody else's attention now is on me. I was putting it on me. I'm trying to prove to myself that I do love and care about myself, but I was drowning in it all.
Right.
trying to do this. Let me do a self-discovery. Let me go to solo trips. Let me do this. Let me just all by myself. I'm gonna do this. I'm doing. It's not a race. I had to sit back and have a chat with myself, and I started writing spoken word, and that's what's keeping me grounded now. I write a spoken word 3 times a day, and it's great. Love it.
So it kind of looks like there's 2 different ways of coming to the solo trips. So for some people, it might be because they're on a journey and they're looking after themselves, and like you are, that actually you want to be able to spend time with yourself to hear and feel yourself, rather than pouring all of that into other people. But then there are others who may go on solo trips literally because they just fancy going on a solo trip. No, there might not be any backstory to it.
Yeah.
It might be that, oh, actually, I fancy doing that. The reason I booked to go to the theatre yesterday was on my own, was because I couldn't be bothered. And my mates know this because I already told them. Because one of my mates said, oh, I would have come with you. And I said, do you know what? I couldn't be bothered to message everybody to see who wants to go, blah, 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 blah. And then I lost a seat right near the front. So I just thought, do you know what? Let me just book it for myself. Booked it, done. And then off I go. You know?
100%. I can relate to that. I was like that when I was going to see Michael Jackson. I thought, I want to see it. This is the window I've got. And a little bit of self-care. There's certain things when it comes to Friday and Saturday, I'm very precious about who I give that time to. And I thought, well, I want to go and see it. I need to do A, B, and C. And I'm going to look and see if I can go at the 6 o'clock show. I didn't want the 8 o'clock show because I knew I would just puff around and then I'd be running helter-skelter. So I mentioned it to my friend the day before. I said, well, I'm going to see Michael Jackson tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm going. I said, if you're interested, I can ring you 30 minutes before. But other than that, it's not up for discussion or negotiation. And in the end, I did actually end up going with somebody where I'd mentioned it, but I still felt that I went on my own terms. I have gone to the cinema or to other places by myself for those reasons. But also, interestingly, going back to the point, I think it was Georgina who made it, is the thing of going on the train by themselves. It's taken me a long time to understand that people struggle with it. I was always confused. Like, I would come back from London, and so I was like, oh my God, why did you come back that way? And I'm like, well, that's when my outing finished. When am I going to come back? And it just never occurred to me. It's only if something happens, then I'll just, maybe this is why some people don't like being on the train by themselves. So it's quite interesting.
Is that because some people, because they literally don't do the train by themselves? You know, because for some people, they may live up in Luton and go to work in London. I went to uni in London. I would get on the train every day. So is that because some people just don't go and do that? And everything they do is in one little area. And when they do go on the train, it is with somebody else.
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of things, isn't it? I mean, I'm more likely to be concerned. I would still do it, but I would be concerned if I'm driving in the pitch black in winter down the country lane by myself. Because, you know, I think, well, if the car breaks down, then I'm going to be in a vulnerable position, etc. But it wouldn't stop me from doing it. So I think it's interesting. I'm very, very interested in Georgina's reasoning, because obviously
I think Shelley was just about to say something.
It all depends on who you are as a person as well, because even though I have been with friends, I have been with partners, that if I wanted to go somewhere, I've always just gone somewhere. So I have done the trips down to London on my own, gone on the train on my own, gone for a drive on my own, not 100% knowing where I'm ending up. But then I'm happy to be, as Georgina said earlier, I'm happy to be on my own. And one of the things I wanted to say about solo trips is it doesn't matter with you if you're living with someone, you're married to someone, still do those solo trips. I didn't get a direct quote from her, so I'm not going to mention her names or anything, but I know someone that is married, has older children now in university, has always wanted to travel the world. Her husband's not particularly interested in it, just as a generalisation, I suppose I could say, but is now booking holidays with a company that does cruises. And that particular company actually helps people get to know one another. So they stay friends outside of the cruise and go on weekends, they go on weeks of booking holidays away. So you're going away on your own, but you're not alone. And that is just the way that she is. She's very much like me, that just wants to be out and about and doing things, and has always done it. Was quite happy to do it. And
Do
my
you
sister did it a
know?
few times as well.
Do you know, Shelley, whether she then has people around her? Do her mates question why she does that? Because I think
I
sometimes
think they've
that's the
kind of
other
got
thing,
used
isn't
to
it?
it. Yeah. I mean, even myself, I've had a few times where if they don't know my particular situation, they don't know me and Will, but they have sometimes commented and said, "Oh, why are you going on your own? Didn't your husband go?" And I'm like, "No, because I kind of wanted just to go, enjoy myself, not think about him, or then say, right, okay, you've got to do X, Y, and Z. He'll want to go somewhere. I want to go somewhere." You don't quite have the argument, but you kind of have the argument.
So,
It's nice to just go, and it's the same with friends as well. I mean, I've got a few friends, and it made me chuckle to myself, Cecile, that it's the same thing. That I've got some friends that I'm doing this. Do you want to come? Yeah, fine. Tell me your time, and we just do it. I've got some friends that are kind of to-ing and fro-ing between this, that, and the other, and
yeah.
oh, should we get this train? Should we get that train? I'm like, why are you bothering about trying to work out what train it is? I'll meet you at the station. We just get on the train. We go down to London. We find something to eat when we're there. You know, it's just, yeah, it's a whole rigmarole. And you said sometimes you don't need it. You don't want it. You just want to enjoy the thing and do the thing and come back from the thing.
I think it's
Okay,
it's
so
like,
here's a question then. Here's a question. So is it easier to go and do those solo trips if you're single than if you're married or have a partner?
Because it depends
Because
if you've got a partner. It depends on what your partnership's like.
yeah,
Will now knows that wouldn't be interested in what I'm going to, but he'll let me go to it. But we have been like that right from the beginning. So yeah. But I've known some relationships where they have been kind of, where do you think you're going? What you doing? When are you going to be back? Can you put the map on? Can you do this, that, and the other? And you're like, no, hang on. If I'm saying I'm going somewhere, I'm going somewhere. I don't need the gossip that perhaps you're doing something. You know.
what was you going to say, Georgina?
When you're in a relationship, the understanding should be you can do things together, but you also should have your separate lives. So if you have to go off with if you're going off with your friend, or you're going to do something yourself, but you then can't turn around to your partner. If you're doing it, you can't then turn around to your partner and say, well, where are you going? Because you should have separate friends and friends that you have together. You shouldn't. I don't believe that you should just go out with your partner. You lose your identity real quickly.
yeah. I think it's different strokes for different folks, isn't it? But I'm more like what you're saying there. I think I just find it very interesting in the idea of solo trips like that, because to me, I just feel that people should be able to, like you say, do what they want and not be deterred just because they don't have somebody to go with, because then you end up missing, you can end up missing out on a lot of things simply because you're waiting around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My granddad said, stop waiting for other people to live your life.
Right.
Yeah.
All you'll do is sit and think, oh, I'll do that, and you're waiting for. I remember a couple of years ago when there was an event going. I can't remember what it was, and I thought I want to go to that, so I bought my ticket. I didn't talk to anybody. I just thought I want to go to that, and the tickets had just come out, and I thought I want the whole shebang, so I'm going to pay for it now. And I think later on that week, I got calls saying, oh yeah, so and so's going on. Should we get some tickets? I was like, oh, I've got my ticket ready. Oh, did you? When did you get your ticket? When they first came out? I don't mind going. I don't mind going with you, but I'm not waiting. I hate waiting for people. That's my thing. I don't like waiting. I don't like lateness. I can't stand if you're late. Why are you late? Do you know what time we're supposed to be here at? Most people, I get really, my anxiety just kicks off. I'm like that. We said 6. That's why I like to do this. Right, are we going somewhere? Yeah, okay. I like to meet them there. If you're late at the venue. If I'm waiting at my house and you're late, it doesn't work. I'll get really annoyed. So know your times. Are you late for work? Well, some people are late for work, but you know. But yeah, I think it's about. But it's with the whole solo trip. It's a big step because, as I said, if you're not used to doing things, you're used to calling someone to say, "What are you doing?" And now you're not calling anybody to say what you're doing. You're on your own time, so you've got to book the tickets, because sometimes you say we'll go so and so, somebody else would be the one that's booking everyone's tickets or whatever. So you've got to book the ticket. Then you've got to figure out what time you're going to get the train, where you got to get the train to where you got to get off, what time, if you got to get a bus or whatever, and all that sort of. There's so much to it. I think it scares people because they think, what if I miss the train? What if I get off at the wrong stop? You just get on another one. It's just that simple. But it's hard for some people. They think, oh, I'm going to get lost. You really can't get lost in London, personally. But it's just an on and off. You can just go on and off, and there's direction and people to ask. Although the people that you ask, a lot of them don't help you.
Yeah, I was about to say, which London are you in there?
You ask them for their wages, they're like that. What? You think, I'm just asking you, is this the right one for Farringdon? And they look at you like you're talking gibberish. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's not for everybody, but it's necessary for me, for my self-discovery and my moving forward. But I think that everybody should get rid of their comfort zone. Burn it. Comfort zone is only keeping you in one spot. You should never have a comfort zone. You're keeping you comfortable, and then you never ever live your life properly. You're not living your life. You've got no business having a comfort zone.
But for some people, living their life with their partner, for example, husband, wife, whatever, that's how they see it. They see that actually we go and do all of this, we do all of this together, and there isn't necessarily room for other people.
If that's intentional,
but that's not the same for everybody.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. But if it's intentional, you see, this is the thing. Sometimes people have this idea, right? This is what I want. I want to get married. I want to have 2 children, a dog and a cat. And we're going to do this at the weekend. We're going to spend Christmas at his and Easter at mine. And when they get to that point, they're actually genuinely very happy with it. All well and good. I think it becomes an issue when you can't do things by yourself, is when you're not happy in the situation in which you find yourself. So, like, for example, how Georgina described herself, where she had to sit with herself and think, actually, this is not for me. Why do I need to live a life where I'm invisible? So she went out of her comfort zone and did it. I think it's very important to realize that no matter what, everybody's going to take different tools to satisfy their life's journeys. For some people, it's the solo trips. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I prefer to go places with people, but if I want to do something and there are no people, then there are no people, and I'm going to go and do that thing. So that's how these solo trips would work for me.
Some of these, when you say about what's in your comfort zone, your life generally changes. So whether that is in the relationships that you're in or the friendships that you're in, and I'm thinking now of, I've just been down to my mum's, so some of her friends, and the way that my mum is, that when your partner suddenly dies and you've got nothing without that other person, you suddenly change, and that's where you get this loneliness in in retirees, because they don't know what to do with themselves, how to behave, where to go, who to be friends with. Whereas my mum and dad have always been in different pockets of friendships and doing different things, but then going out together all the time. Because mum didn't drive, dad was the only one that drove. Mum had to change the way that she got round places and did things, but then she was quite independent in that way as well. So we were never worried about her. But a couple of our other friends, who she's met through different groups, have to now find a group, and it happens to be like widows groups and things, and they get pulled into something that they're perhaps not really interested in, but they've got to find a new way of living, kind of thing. And it's same with friendships. If you've always got a friend and then all of a sudden you not have that friend anymore, it's like, oh, do I still carry on going to the theatre trips all the time or whatever because that friend's not there? And I was going to say this out publicly. I didn't go to the theatre for a long while on my own because my best gay friend husband, Paul, decided to move from Luton to South Wales, and I lost the person that I used to go to the theatre with. So I'm going to say that publicly now. But I've got over it now. It's only been like 15 years.
You've got over that now. That's his fault. He's the one that moved.
Me and him would always be up and down to London all the time. There'd be theatre trips, there'd be screenings or TV programmes, last minute type deals, and we'd go. And then he moved. And then it's like, okay, I ain't got anyone to do that with now. But yeah, it is that. Yeah.
But can I put it to you, Shelley? Just a question. Right. That association of going with your friend, was it more about what you were going to do, or was it more about spending time with that person? Because sometimes, do you see what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Because
it was always spontaneous with him. It was always that was the fun person. That was the we would get a phone call an hour ago, and we're now on the train because tickets have come up for something. You know, is that spontaneous excitement kind of thing, and it's partly that. But yeah, it was also then it took me a while to get my head around. I'm going to the theatre on my own, or I'm going to London to do something in particular on my own. It took a while, and yeah, I suppose part of that was that friendship, that spontaneousness of it all. Yeah.
And I suppose, okay, so I don't know if Robson, if you are still listening and watching, is it easier for men to go and do those things? So, and I'm talking about, say, for example, the theatre, because I would presume it's easy enough for all of us, maybe, to be able to just go down the pub if we know our mates are already there.
Yeah,
I do know there's some women who won't walk in a pub without somebody with them, but if your mates are already there, you know they're there, so it's easy to go in there. But would it be easy? Would you just, Robson, if you're there, because you are the voice of every man in this country, if you are there, would you just go to the theatre on your own? Would you take yourself out for a lovely meal on your own? Not McDonald's, not Burger King, anything like that. Something where you got to sit down and you've got a napkin. Would you do that on your own? Because I think we think, not we, the collective, some people, some women think it's okay for the men because they can just go and do it. But sometimes men have got anxiety as well. It doesn't mean that they're going to do all of those things. They might do some of them, but they might not do all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we women do think that men are more capable of doing these said things, and we're not. But I think it's untrue, and it's what we tell ourselves, and we believe it. So I would go into a pub, or not so much a pub now, but I would go somewhere, whether my friends are there or not. If I think, I fancy that, there's no hesitation anymore for me. If I want to go somewhere, then I'm gonna go. and if I don't like it, then I leave. But I think it is difficult. It depends who you are. It really does. It depends who you are. And some people they're just literally scared. They're literally scared doing that. They're scared of being stared at. I mean, this was last year, I think. Last year, I think I took myself out for something to eat. And I think I was going shopping, and I thought, oh, I fancy a little bit of lunch. Let me get some lunch. So I went to this restaurant, and I thought I'd have a little mocktail, sat there, ordered my lunch, sat there, and I saw these people coming in, about 6 of them came and sat. And they look so uncomfortable because they always like, they might not have seen each other for like, I don't know, say a few months or even longer. And it just looked like they were forcing each other to try that little small talk. So how's the kids then? So how's that? How's work? And I'm laughing to myself, cut mistake. Because it was so like, it was a forced gathering. And I thought, I feel fine by myself because I don't have to, there's nothing to force. I don't get wrong, not every meeting's like that, but I just looked up and said, they look really like put a gun to their head and said, you need to meet us, we're going to sit there and talk about life and that sort of stuff. But I just said, as I said, it is a scary thing for some people to eat by themselves because they've got no one to talk to, and they feel embarrassed because people, what it is because what other people think of it. They think that people are looking, thinking, oh, they're lonely, they have no friends, or that sort of thing, and people feel embarrassed about that, thinking, oh, people are just going to start talking about me, they're going to whisper about me, and that sort of thing. And you either give a damn or you don't, and you don't know my life, you don't know how many friends or what I've got going on. You're just looking at me on my own.
Yeah, it's social conditioning, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's social conditioning. That is what we have been told to expect. When you're going to the theatre, you're going, it's all about, that is what we're told, and that's how it's supposed to be. I think now I suppose we're coming into the era where actually we don't have to conform to the social norms. Whereas before, we would have been, especially when there were distinct lines in society, like the coming out balls and all of that malarkey, which is, again, is kind of different, but I don't know, that's just what I think. I was remember earlier, I was telling you, I was looking at some information regarding solo trips there, and it did say, to share, they've got statistics. Apparently there's a boom. And interestingly enough, they said Gen Z and millennials are leading the trend. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. But then again, they're saying it's no longer just for backpackers. So remember the day you'd have the backpackers.
Yeah.
Nearly half of the global leisure travellers now take trips by themselves, with 11% solo travellers making up over 11% of the overall travel market. I mean, that's quite large. And again, one of the themes that's come out from, especially from what Georgina and Shelley have said, is the flexibility, where you can dictate your own schedules and you're not just waiting on this and that, etc. And it says platforms like Cecile's favourite, TikTok and Instagram, have made solo adventuring highly visible and accessible, drastically increasing its appeal to wider audiences. So I suppose with the increase of the appeal, that's where you have to work to what Georgina said about if it's something you want, then you need to get outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that it's a thing.
Even some of the holiday companies, when you used to do coach trips, and that was a good way that if you was on your own, you'd go on holiday with a group. But you was very much dictated that this coach is going to be stopping here and you've got an hour to go run around and have a look what you need to look at. Nowadays, it's more like we do the coach trip, but you have a day. You have a B&B booked there and go sort yourself out. So you've got your friends on the coach that you could go off and do different things with, or you could just do things on your own. So I've noticed even that has now changed for like hotel companies and things, that they're then realising that it's not a whole itinerary of we have to organise your every single minute of the day. It's people should be allowed to do their own thing. They want to do their own thing, but they don't necessarily want to be completely on their own, as like you do with the backpacking or whatever, that I'm just going to stay in the tent for another 2 days until I go off somewhere else.
It's interesting.
Right, we've got a couple
just
of minutes.
before. Okay, now I was just going to.
We've got a couple of minutes. Go on.
No, it's quick. But just before lockdown, I went on holiday to Morocco. Now, there was supposed to be 4 of us going, and in the end, it was just 2 of us. And but interestingly enough, it was that type of holiday where we landed in Marrakesh, and then we had a coach, and we literally went all around Morocco. And you'd get on the coach, and there were a good few people that were there by themselves, but we were always on the same coach. We had the same driver for that 2.5 weeks, and it was brilliant because by the end of it, everybody became quite friendly, like you said, and everybody knew. But there was no compulsion to be in a particular place with a particular group of people. It was very, very good.
Okay, so quickly before we finish, then, Georgina, when are you going on your solo holiday? When are you going to do that?
A few places. So I don't know yet, but that is on the cards. I wouldn't mind taking a trip to Bali because there's spirituality around it and being at one, and there's lots that's beautiful about it. So that's something that I'm looking into, but there's no rush. This thing is, I'm just looking at things and knowing that I can, God willing, do it whenever I want to. So if I want to do something this year, I can. If I don't want to wait till next year, I'll do that too. But there's no, but you said you was going to do this. There's nothing. That's my journey. So I do it when I want to. But yeah, I've been looking at Bali and a few other places. But I want something that's really like meaningful. I'm probably going to go away for a weekend to Ireland because I want to meet an Irish guy. Oh, yes. Men.
Okay. So I just want to say a quick hello to Louise. So Louise has been traveling. Oh God, where's that gone? Louise has traveled. Where have you been? She's traveled loads. That does not surprise me that Louise has traveled loads. Because I think over the last few years, we're forever seeing that Louise has gone somewhere. Bali, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Also, a quick hello to Pauline Young and Alexandra Paul, who are also watching.
Oh, Shelley's gone.
Where did you go? She went to see. Oh, you went to see Michael Jackson thing on your own as well. Yeah, I think if there's anything anybody wants to take from it, is the fact that you can choose where you want to go whatever time you want to go, eat wherever you want to eat, and sometimes it's great to have people with you, but even when they're with you, I bet there are points where you just think, oh God, no, I want to go and do it like this, when actually they're saying, no, let's do it like this. So just try it. That's what I would say. Just try it. Just go and have a look. Go to the cinema. Say that again. Say it again. Say that again, because I didn't hear you.
I can't hear her.
Is that your phone? Because we only heard some of that, but I think Georgina was saying about take yourself for coffee, take yourself out for breakfast.
Oh yeah, she has.
Start small. So, oh God. See, Louise has been to the States, Miami, Phoenix, New York, Turkey, Saudi, Bahrain. Yeah, solo traveler. If we need to wrap up now, but Yvonne Michelle, she's got her show on Saturday at the Shaw Theatre. Yvonne Michelle's Caught You in a Lie. It's at the Shaw Theatre Saturday, 23rd of May. What if you haven't got a ticket? I don't know why. because you need to get a ticket. It is absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best things that I have seen. And she is one of us. She is one of us. She is local. She's from Luton. She's one of us, and we need to support. Right? There are still some tickets out there. They're going really fast, but you need to get yourself down there. So just before we finish, oh God, that's moving really quickly. That must be Shelley doing that. Oh, it might be Dee, actually. Might be Dee. Alexandra. She's travelled to Canada. See, lots of places. Lots of places.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're going to see you on Saturday, my love. We are seeing you on Saturday. Thank you for joining us, Georgina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will be back next week, same time. We are going to be gushing about Caught You in a Lie. That's what we're going to be talking about. But we will see you next week at the same time. So, bye, everybody.
Bye.
I've got to do this, haven't I?
Yes,
Let's see if it works.